the druid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If you're having success with something, like opening with priest, and winning with priest early, and getting the win with priest early, why would you change it?
Sure. Right. That's what I was wondering as well.
He 3-1 3 times in a row, opening with priest, and now all of a sudden he opens with druid. And even though there might be some subtle reasons why,
yeah,
if it ain't broke.
Look at this curve though. He's got coin shade, shade, shredder, azure.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but coin shade into shade is just begging to get hellfired.
Yeah, that's true. Against this in particular class is a little bit rough.
Well, Mr.
Point.
Roger.
Mr. Roger.
Is that a Twilight Drake and a Mountain Giant I see in your opening hand?
Every time.
Mr. Roger's neighborhood. It's filled with Twilight Drakes and Mountain Giants.
You know, I thought that joke was a little too easy to make, which is why I held back.
Okay.
But I'm glad one of us went there. Somebody had to.
Yeah.
All right. So it is the grand final of week 2. And we still don't see Hellfire in the hand for the Warlock, though.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe that doesn't matter when you've got Drakes and Giant. Oh, and then he picks it up off the top.
Well.
Well met. I greet you.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
All right, so that doesn't feel particularly good if you're Kolento, and it's not going to feel any better when you see the cards that are coming up next.
Nope. And outside of BGH,
yeah,
Druids just don't deal with Giants.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only answer, if he wants to clear this Giant, which you have to, is to swipe it and run in your Shredder.
Yeah. Azure Drake, I mean, and try and go face and maybe pick up combo and try and find a miraculous victory.
Yeah, I mean, he already does have the Force of Nature. More and more players are just running 1 Force of Nature and 2 Savage Roars, so now he's thinking, okay, since I've got the more rare of the 2 pieces of the combo, maybe I can just start fishing. Have slightly better odds of getting the next piece. What do you think about this play? I guess it's going to have a pretty big impact when you look at the rest of the cards in his hand.
Yeah.
And taking the trade instead of going
That's
in the face.
That's a huge Emperor Thorson right there. Look at this. He can double Twilight Drake next turn.
My goodness.
Or, I mean, Twilight Drake, Defender Vargas, Mortal Coil, and Owl. Oh, he's like, I got one of those too. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. Wow. So
that's actually terrible.
What's
for
up,
Roger,
Thorson?
Because almost all of his cards right now have battle cries.
Yeah, he's going to have to clear that.
Yeah.
And it's really not that big of a deal that he does either.
Yeah. Loatheb, Defender Vargas.
Yeah.
You get into that point now when you're the handlock player in this matchup, though, where you have to play around combo every single turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once it gets to...
That's why he's got to be thinking about the defender play here, too.
Yeah. I mean, right now, next turn, he could actually do it with Thorson. If he had Force of Nature Savage Roar.
Yeah. Yeah,
Roger's
already at 15 health.
He could be dead this turn. He won't be, but he could be. And he
yeah, the Lotheb right on time here.
Oh, well, Lotheb, yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, Kolento consistently choosing the more aggressive, the play-to-win approach in every single one of these turns so far. He hasn't taken, in some cases, the obvious play, if you will, with swiping and then running in the Shredder to respond to the Giant. Instead, he goes with a minion. You know, and in this case, instead of taunting up Druid of the Claw to try to slow things down, going continually aggressive, putting him lower and lower. But now this situation is where it gets completely out of hand. And how do you get through the wall that Roger's about to throw up?
He could Twilight Drake, Molten Giant, and Anti-Keelbot. Or Twilight Drake, Anti-Keelbot, Defender Vargas, and Molten Giant. Just throw it in there. 0 mana. Who cares?
And you've got to respect the combo at all times.
Yeah.
So I think the Defender, because Healbot, unless you're able, well, he can clear that board. Well, how's he going to actually? He can get rid of Thorson and Dr. Boom, and then he's got a Mortal Coil for one of the bots.
Mm-hmm. Shadow Flame would have been nice right about now. Sylvanas Shadow Flame and steal the Dr. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't be playing around combo there. This is actually a little bit awkward because it's tough to sort of calculate combo damage on the fly when there's a lot of creatures on the board.
Yeah.
But I think this is the optimal way to do it because he's going to be able to clear everything off. And everything that's on the board right now is from his hand.
Yeah.
One turn, 8 mana. That's what he played.
That is incredible. All right, so now with the swipe, so he's got the Keeper of the Grove. He can silence the Twilight Drake. Make that quite a bit easier to kill.
Hope that the Boombot.
Wow, come on, Boombot.
Oh!
And the good-mannered sorry about that.
Sniperinoed.
Oh, wow. Well, that went about as wonderfully as it possibly could have, but he is... No, he's got the Defender of Argus, okay.
Yeah, Roger's like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
That Molten Giant was free.
Oh, man. Well, Kolento is got his back against a wall here in this situation. He does have the Ancient Allure. He can pick up some cards. Azure can cycle.
I wonder.
Yeah. Dealing with the Sylvanas first, even though you could have taken out a couple of extra creatures with Azure Drake Swipe, would have been a liability, though.
Yeah.
He needs to draw into combo so he can threaten with it, but at this point, it's starting to get dangerous for him because now he's leaving a lot of damage left over on the board. Big threats are for sure going to come out. Now he can just play Ragnaros here, or even 5 mana Dr.
5
Boom.
mana Dr. Boom.
What the?
What the? That ain't right. There's something wrong here.
Oh, Ragnaros.
All right, Ragnaros going to bring him down to 10 health. What can Kolento do here?
Try and draw into BGH here with one of these Wild Growths or that Azure Drake. Because even if he Wild goes into Force of Nature as well, he could Force of Nature Savagor and at least kill everything but the Rag.
Ugh.
But then he wouldn't have anything on the board, and he'd be at effectively 2 health after the Rag hit the following turn. So
Right.
he needs to draw into BGH here. Either way, he's pretty much
Hosed?
dead anyway. But
I wonder.
at least he would have a little bit of a chance.
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to have to start trying to cycle through some cards here and see what he can pick up.
Huh?
Now, the Innervate basically makes that Wild Growth free to try to cycle a little bit more.
That's down to BGH.
No, it's not. So basically, at this point, he has to... He's probably going to put down either the Belcher or the Druid of the Claw. And then he's going to hope that the Warlock can't come up with 2 more damage. Because he can get right through the Belcher or the Druid of the Claw, no problem. And then it's 50-50 if Ragnaros hits your face or hits the Azure.
Where shall I strike?
Druid of the Claw is actually a little bit harder to get to, because either way you're forcing both to attack in. This way the Defender of Argus actually dies in the process,
Yeah.
instead of attacking into the 1-2. The Goldshire Footman.
Yeah, there you go. So that's definitely the line of thinking there.
Just trying to make sure that no matter what, combo will not kill him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because combo without the Belcher, if he goes Dr. Boom, well, okay, never mind. Thorsan is one of the trickier cards.
Yeah.
Because you see all these portraits of cards and you forget, oh, wait a second, that doesn't cost what it usually does right now. Even though the number's right there staring you in the face.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he's fishing for here. Not sure what he expects to get. I guess you gotta... If you're just trying to buy time and you don't want to just go quietly into that night, you Druid of the Claw, Innervate. Yeah, and Sylvanas here.
Yeah.
And then there's that outside chance that Ragnaros winds up shooting Sylvanas. And you
then
steal Ragnaros.
steal Rag. Oh man, the power play turn. Anti-heal bot Dr. Boom.
Good lord.
Yeah, this is risky though, but you have to flood the board as much as possible, just to reduce the chance that, of course, if Rag does hit Sylvanas.
Steal something that you're not willing to let go of.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way out of this.
Yeah. This one is all over but the crying.
Well, he
You
can.
can cycle with Wrath.
Yeah. If he steals Sludge Belcher and Ras for 1 into BGH,
And then has the mana left over, put down his own Sludge Belcher.
and he Ras for 1 on the Boom Bot, and it doesn't hit him for
And
more
it
than
doesn't
1,
hit him. Yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah, this one's rough. We'll see if he wants to hang in there, though.
Wonder.
He is in the grand final. He's 3 wins away from his ticket to Burbank.
Yeah.
So there's always the desire not to just give up so
Yeah.
easily. You see it all the time. But,
I got a burrito waiting for one of these guys.
well, there you have it. All right, Kolento, not going to waste any more time with a match that he knows is over. He's just going to move right along and just...
Druid decks, and most of them are cutting Druid of the Claw, so it's pretty interesting how that's evolving.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, Sludge Belcher is better than Druid of the Claw in taunt form.
Yes.
If you have the choice, most of the time, Sludge Belcher is what you go with.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you do find yourself in a similar situation to the last game where Sludge Belcher would be the difference between the defender living
Yeah.
or dying.
And it's a very small difference, where
Yeah.
sometimes it's a big difference why Sludge Belcher is better.
Right.
It's either a small difference why Druid of the Claw is better, or a big difference why Sludge Belcher is better.
So Kolento unable to pick up any of his early ramp cards. No Wild Growth, no Innervate.
Roger's the Druid.
I'm sorry. Roger. Thank you. Been a long weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Where am I? Who knows? Burbank, what's that?
And spending his coin here just so that he can get the card draw and do a little bit of damage.
Hey, he's trading the coin for a card.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
fair enough.
Protecting his... in this matchup, the Paladin Shredder's worth more than the Shade. In some matchups, you keep that Shade stealth,
Yeah.
because you know that you're going to use it later on. But Paladin Shredder's so hard for Priest to deal with that you want to keep it as healthy as possible.
Yeah, as you can see here, the best answer he's got is just power word shield and fish for something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know. So, I guess it's just got to be Belcher Pass, yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's
got
what
Wild
we're gonna see.
Pyromancer, Holy Nova for some crazy plays later on. He also
Yeah.
does have Cabal next turn for what comes out of that Pilot Shredder.
Yeah.
But there's a chance that we might not even see Pilot Shredder traded into anything here.
Yeah.
Swipe Hero Power. Makes it so that he can just trade into both of these
Yeah.
and still keep both of his
Pretty
guys
clean.
really healthy.
Yeah.
And this is this is so hard for Priest to deal with. Sylvanas is almost certainly going to come down next turn, because that's about the only way that he's going to get through all these
Right.
and stop the board from getting out of control.
Yeah, you look at his hand, and that's got to be about the only choice he really can make. If you Akanai and try to ping the Pilot Shredder, it's just going to come back as something else.
Yeah.
And then you've still got the Druid of the Claw sitting there as four damage, right in that sweet spot against Priest. That's going to be...
You can maybe try and like Sludge Belcher and Power Word Shield, but Sylvanas just seems like the overwhelmingly stronger play.
Yeah, and even then, it still feels a little bit scary. As we do see now, we can confirm Roger running Double Force in Nature
Yeah.
in this Druid, trying to make a little bit more of a consistent to get to that combo.
Yeah. Or in this matchup, it's probably pretty good. Because a lot of times you want to kill the Priest before they stabilize.
Mm-hmm.
And so consistently being able to draw into that combo by turn 9 is good. And this Sylvanas is actually pretty problematic. He might even have to kill off his own Sylvanas with some like Wild Pyromancer play.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking the same thing.
Because he can kill the
You
boom,
can get it very likely that you're going to wind up stealing
Dr. Boom.
Dr. Boom, yeah.
Because you killed off the boom bots as well with the wild pyromancer before the Sylvanas would be stolen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so if you start with Pyromancer and Holy Nova, then Sylvanas will wind up getting injured back down to 4 health. You run Sylvanas into the Druid of the Claw and you steal either Dr. Boom or what comes out of the Shredder. That's one option.
Yeah.
He has the mana to do it.
you could also use Power Word Shield on the pyromancer
Mm-hmm.
and then trade in. He'll take less damage to face that way because the boom bots will likely hit the wild pyromancer instead. Which is at 16.
Yeah, that is getting dangerously low.
Yeah.
And coming into that late game phase where you're always scared of the Druid.
He needs to act fast though, because pyromancer animations take a little bit.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And this way he'll steal
Okay.
the Paladin Shredder.
Yeah, that's probably the most reasonable choice.
Yeah. It fills up his mana the best.
Oh, wow, and look at that. Only, now he chooses,
It's 8 mana.
I guess it is 8 mana, but still, really?
Yeah.
Choosing to heal that instead of your face when you're down at 14 health and you're only 1 turn away from the combo turn.
This is the point of the game where you can start to stabilize.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the point where you can actually build up your board while clearing. You're not just playing completely reactively the whole time.
Okay.
Hmm. He is lighter than Aru as well. And Holy Nova. He can just heal himself back up out of the combo range.
He did just pick that up.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he's definitely playing bold, playing brave. And like you were talking about a lot last week with Hyped, you know, making choices to play to win as opposed to playing. And he's going to go fishing a little bit here to see what he can pick up.
Nice. Looks like he's just going to ping it down, though.
Okay.
Not going to get quite as much value out of that Light Warden.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still going to be able to make some efficient trades here, start applying damage. Mad Scientist, not the greatest.
No.
At least for
No, certainly not.
Brace.
It's just a 2-2 body. So he's got both Force of Natures, and he wants to use one, it looks like defensively here, since he's already got the other one.
Yeah.
Or maybe just to apply even more damage.
I think he's going to clear here, play Shade, and maybe Hero Power down. Like, kill the Mad Scientist and the Akanai Hero Power down.
Uh-huh.
And then play the Shade.
Okay.
Because then if he draws into Savage Roar, he's almost guaranteed lethal.
Yeah.
But he's also afraid that that Light Warden can get pretty huge.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, it looked like that targeting arrow was going to the face, though.
It did.
It did.
Okay, there we go. That's weird. I don't know, that play felt a little weird to me. I guess Light Warden could represent more potential damage
Yeah.
than Akanai Soul Priest.
Yeah.
But with Akanai Soul Priest on the board, he's not going to really get much out of that Light Warden.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess at the same time, he wants to keep the Akanai alive to make sure that he's never going to get outside of combo range.
Yeah, and I think it's also a bit of a tell, too, perhaps, to Kolento. A lot of times when I'll see a defensive Force of Nature like that, it automatically clues me in, like, okay, he either has one already or he at least runs two.
Yeah, wow. And this is a solid play here because he did draw into the Savage Roar. And now he's got to find a way to get through that Sludge Belcher. And he has the
can silence it.
But it's going to get Cabal. Next turn he can Cabal.
Mm-hmm.
Damage the... like, ping the... Oh, wow.
I wonder if that's the right play there, because if I've got the Priest at 16 health and I've got combo in hand, I don't want him to have the option to heal his face, ever.
Yeah.
I think I leave the Akanai alive in that situation.
Yeah, now Kolento's in a really great position here.
Yeah, he is.
And Roger's just not going to be able to get through the Sludge Belcher easily without using a lot of his resources.
Yeah.
And he's at 14 health. There's quite a bit of damage showing on the board. Druid of the Claw and Taunt Form's going to block some, but...
Mm-hmm.
He wants to keep the Sludge Belcher as healthy as possible because
Yeah.
that's his sort of last line of defense.
Oh, wow. Nice. Still works. And I definitely don't agree with doing the Druid's work for him here. I definitely go face.
Yeah, it can feel kind of weird to leave a creature on the board with knowing combo is pretty threatening.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always ways that a Druid can work around the Sludge Belcher and be able to use that low deb as a 7 damage.
Yeah.
But in this case, he knows that even if he Force Nature, Savage Roar, or Hero Powers, it's weird to kill a Sludge Belcher like that.
Yeah, there's not going to be a number that hits that exact 7 damage.
No, it's
you
really
know?
awkward.
Yeah, you're going to wind up overkilling and wasting quite a bit of it in that case.
Double combo. And
He's got the Innervate, and
he can't use it.
Oh, wow.
I think double combo would be lethal. If he double comboed, he could put one guy into there, his face in the other one, and he'd have 7 plus 12. It would be.
Yeah.
He's 1 mana.
Unfortunately, he needs 11 mana to do it.
Yeah.
He's only got access to 10 with that Innervate.
He's trying to think, what can I do to make it so I can have this exact situation next turn,
Yeah.
but with more mana?
And now you're also looking at lethal damage to your own face. So now you're trying to decide what's the best way to do it. He winds up deciding defensive combo.
Ouch.
Brutal.
He's dead. Unless he clears. Okay, he got it off.
Yeah, he got it all off.
Yeah. That rope always jukes me out with the Spectator Climb. I thought he didn't get it off.
Oh, wow. Soul Priest.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary.
Kolento's like, finally I won. Jeez. This guy took a long time to die.
Yeah.
And this is
Cenarius doesn't stop it.
No.
Not at all.
Actually, yeah, it does.
No, you ping one. Oh, yeah. Okay.
With the hero power. He had
The
to
hero
activate
power
to
is
stay
exactly right. Yeah, but Shadow Madness should finish this anyway,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Cabal.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop it.
Or double Shadow Madness.
Just
or Shadow
do
Madness and Cabal. Any combination of the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Kolento evening up the series, getting the win with the Priest. Roger looking a little bit stressed.
Yeah, he's trying to think if he could have made a better play earlier on around that mid-game to maybe have a better chance. And there was that one turn pressure decks, though. Warriors get around that low health, like 10 to 15 health mark before they stabilize, which Druid is like, okay, you're stabilized? Just kidding. Force
Yeah.
Nature Savage Roar. But if they can get through that early game, that mid-game, while being high health and being stabilized on board, then they should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah. Roger looking a little bit stressed out right now.
I would be too.
Yeah, especially with that starting hand.
Especially just looking at Kolento laying in his bed. That's intimidating on its own.
Yeah, and look at Kolento. He's going to have double Armor Smith Acolyte.
Against Druid, that's not that good.
No, but...
Druid is not going to have anything that those are going to stand up to. Like, his first card is usually going to be Shade or Paladin Shredder. A Paladin Shredder will kill 3 Armor Smiths.
Fair enough.
He does have Fireworks, though, so that's good. But again, if the first card he plays is a Druid of the Claw, then what is he going to do? It's so hard to get through the early game without taking massive hits as a warrior against a Druid. But he does have some decent tools.
Yeah, and as we can also see, Roger doesn't really have much that he can
No, that's a
do
terrible,
at this
that's a terrible
point.
start.
That
No
is-
Innervate, no Shade, no
Yeah.
Wild Growth.
No,
not doing anything but hero power.
yeah, no anything that you actually want to start the game with as the Druid. God.
First card's gonna be a keeper. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Yeah, just to silence an Acolyte. Oh, Kolento gonna finish it. Huh.
I'm actually surprised that he didn't throw the Acolyte in and
Yeah.
then use the cool Taskmaster to put some more damage on with the Armor Smith.
I was just thinking the same exact thing. I'm a bit
Because-
surprised by that play.
Now this Druid of the Claw is going to be so much harder.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder for you want to sort of spread your power against Druid because they have trouble with dealing with a lot of things.
Yeah.
They have trouble with dealing a lot of medium-sized things. But
Now this is a bit of a sticky situation here. I guess you got to use the execute here to
Oh,
get
yeah.
through, and then
wow,
oh, throws the BGH down
aggressive.
too. Just yeah,
super aggressive.
and safe from anything other than double swipe in 2 turns.
Yeah, he's going to
Gonna have to
defensively
use-
Savage Roar though.
Wow.
I don't like this line of play from Kolento. I said earlier that Warriors can sometimes be the aggressors if they get good hands, but the amount of damage that
not
he's doing
like
per turn
this.
is pretty negligible, yeah. Unless he had like removal in his hand that he knew he could back up his board with.
Yeah.
He doesn't though. The brawl in his
No,
hand
he's
would
sitting
hurt
on
him
brawl.
more.
I was gonna say that would wind up doing more damage to himself.
Oh wow, right on
Oh,
time.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But now he's sort of like top decking
Mm-hmm.
to try and put pressure because the Druid's now is at that point where, well, he didn't have anything to do for the first 4 turns.
Mm-hmm.
So now's when he's going to start to put out some damage. Or some creatures and then some damage.
Yeah. Oh, he can't use the second Force of Nature
No.
already. There's no way.
Yeah, he's got
He thought about it.
he's scared that if he plays Ancient of Lore, it's just going to get shield slammed.
Yeah.
And then he's going to take another 8 damage to the face, be at 10.
Mm-hmm.
He's-
Swipe just gives him too much health.
yeah.
Gives your opponent effectively 7 health because it's 8
Whoa.
minus 1.
He just swiped.
Wow.
That seemed weak.
That seemed crazy.
He's at 40 health. You'll never kill him.
Are we going to just see a War Axe to the face here, too? I mean, given everything else that Kolento's done so far, he's thinking about it.
Yeah, you set yourself up for lethal next turn. I mean, what did he just do? He just swiped your Armor Smith. He gave you,
Yeah.
what, 8 armor?
Yeah, well, minus
And
1
then
because swipe hits your face, too. But, yeah, he just healed you for 7.
You have to be thinking, what does he have in his hand? Does he have 6 Force of Natures?
Kolento just wants to end this game as quickly as he can. Harrison probably going to have to come down in another swipe. Wow.
Well, this could be the stabilization point for the Druid.
Right?
'Cause he's cleared the
Who would have
board.
thought we'd be saying that?
Kolento's got no cards left. Oh, okay, well, there we go. He can Shield Maiden and Execute.
Yeah.
But now he's got nothing.
Well, except 54 health.
I mean-
54 health, a Shield Maiden, and a Brawl, baby. That's all I need.
Yeah, 54 health will buy me about 12 turns to draw into Grommash,
Into
Cool Taskmaster.
something, yeah. Yeah, in fact, the Ancient Allure coming down and taking the health, in fact, from Roger. Giving respect to the Grom. And that Brawl has been in Kolento's hand for so long, too, that Roger's got to think at this point, oh, that's Grom.
Yeah.
You know, which is probably why he
Oh.
chooses to heal there as well.
56 health.
Oh, wow. All right, now I like this one. At this point, he's kind of going to be able to get the board back.
Yeah. I wouldn't
You
be
know,
I wouldn't be sad with that. Oh, okay.
You're still dead to Grom if that is either Grom and he picks up an activator, or if that's an activator and then he picks up Grom,
Yeah.
bringing him down to a respectable 55 health.
Yeah. Chipping away.
Yeah, Dr. Boom, Kolento, maybe showing a new way to play the Control Warrior versus Druid matchup when the Druid has nothing to play until
Yeah.
turn 4.
Control Warrior. He's controlling the health of the other player.
Exactly.
Oh!
Oh, goodness.
That's scary.
You're taking your life into your own hands
Yeah, but
when you
I
make
mean,
these plays. Oh!
he's got Keeper. Kolento doesn't have anything in his hand but Brawl.
Wow, they both wind up hitting his face, but they both hit his face for not too much damage. Now, oh my gosh, but now there's a Sludge Belcher standing in the way.
He doesn't have an activator either.
No, he doesn't.
And he can't use Shield Slam as an activator.
What now?
Nothing quite like 21 damage of overkill.
Yeah. On your own creature.
Do you... I think you Brawl here.
He might Sylvanas, actually.
Because, so, 52 health sounds like a lot, right?
Yeah.
But that's going to be 10, 17, plus 2 per one of those if he has combo.
Oh my god.
And he...
Wait. He's got to count it.
Yeah.
17 plus 8 is 25 plus 14. He had 39 damage that turn.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite enough.
Not quite enough? Okay, fair enough.
But
So now he's going to have to Brawl.
yeah.
There's really no two ways around it at this point.
Still got a respectable, what, 41 health? And he's hoping.
And a respectable, just stoic look on his
Yeah.
face as well. All right.
Well,
Oh wow, that makes the combo even cheaper.
Yeah.
No longer is it just Thaurissan, it turns out.
got 30 damage with the combo after that.
Yeah, I think Roger's got this one. If
20% chance to win the game right now for Kolento. Oh, what
Yeah.
he's making his fist. What is he even doing right now?
oh, he's he's got the spirit fingers. He's praying to Ragnaros.
Oh my
He says,
god.
"Come on, baby, come on, baby."
Give me a 2-1 lead right now. Here we go.
hot shooter, hot shooter.
1 in 5. 20% chance to straight up win the game.
Oh, and he hits the worst possible target there too.
All right.
So now
that's-
Force of Nature, Savage Roar. This
yeah.
wins the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the charge.
Yeah.
Doing it with style.
He got through 56 health.
Yes, he did.
He got down to 9 and got through 56. That's
Impressive.
a 47 health differential he overcame. Didn't even think it was possible, but Druid's doing Druid things.
Yep.
Col-
Overcoming the YOLO strat too of Kolento.
The old fist into the fist into spirit fingers. Just because there's nothing that you're going to backstab.
Yeah.
Backstabbing an Armor Smith or
I was
an
gonna
Acolyte
say,
of Pain.
what are the choices? You either give him armor or a card.
Yeah, Backstab's
know?
a bad card in this matchup. And there's actually Paladin Treaders in this Warrior deck, so
Yeah. Which is
I put Paladin
It's-
Treaders in my Control Warrior deck.
yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely not unheard of.
Did Fibonacci do it?
Yes, that is the question.
I can't remember. So
So you're actually asking,
Yeah,
did
I'm actually-
Fibonacci do it?
legitimate asking you if you knew.
I do not.
Okay. That settles that. That's a really clogged hand. Having double oil, he does have prep sprint, but he's got to be able to build a board too, because
Mm-hmm.
Warrior here can actually start pressuring, and he's got both executes.
Yeah, are
So-
we gonna see another YOLO face warrior run here?
Yeah. I would coin out Despite here, but he's actually going to coin out Paladin Shredder.
Mhm.
I actually like to coin out Deathbite on turn 4, against a rogue, just because a lot of times they'll end up playing Violet Teacher
I was
if they
gonna
didn't play
say-
anything before those.
Kind of forces them not to,
Yeah.
or to just give her up if they
Yeah.
do.
This is the play that makes the most pressure, and he still would have had a way to deal with the Violet Teacher. Other than that, but a play like Violet Teacher Prep Sap would have punished him.
Mm.
And now he's got 2, so
Yeah.
might as well. And he's going to start piling the damage. I mean, this is
Yeah,
9 damage that he's gonna
absolutely.
be doing.
Absolutely. And this is exactly what you've been saying all weekend. How do you beat the oil rogue? Well, you put a lot of pressure on the oil rogue.
Force them to play defensively. Put
Yeah.
cards on the board that are tough for them to deal with efficiently with their cards.
Right.
And even though he's got 10 cards in his hand right now, he's only going to be able to use 1
Mm-hmm.
or 2.
Yeah, that is clunky. That does not curve out at all. That's rough. And looks like he's just going to... Probably thinking about, looks like he's thinking about just choosing to go fishing with the Azure Drake. You know the Azure Drake's going to just get chopped down. And you're just sort of trying to pick up another card here.
Yeah. He can, like, Blood Mage Phantom now.
Yeah.
And then kill the Powder Shredder, but that's giving so much armor.
Wow, even looked like he might have been thinking for a second there about using the South Sea defensively.
Yep. This is the only way you're going to make use of oil in this type of situation.
Yeah. Okay, so he does just go to the face with the South Sea at least, choosing not to try to clear with South Sea, which is not South Sea's strength, per se, clearing the board.
No. But, I mean, that's the most you can hope for with South Sea Deckhand is 5 damage to the face.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally you use it as a combo later on
Right.
to combo oil. So he's still using it how it's supposed to be used.
Sure.
He's just getting the damage in earlier than you normally would with the card.
Yeah.
So it's not a wasted South Sea Deckhand by any means. Wow, 15 health already. And he's also got
Yeah.
second Death Bite in his hand, so he can do, with just the weapons, 12 damage over the course of those turns.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to sneak in 3 more from something else.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so if he... Okay. Let's see what pops out of this. Okay, so that's a pretty clean board clear then for the rogue. Also cycles through another card or 2 here.
Yep.
Hey, speak to me.
He's even got Rag, too.
Wow.
Without creatures on the board can sneak damage in the face.
Picking
See what
up
he draws
another
here.
card with the Acolyte.
Brawl is okay. It's good against big Violet Teacher boards,
Yeah.
because usually you can give yourself a high chance to get one of the, what are they, students?
Mm-hmm. Apprentice?
Apprentice?
Violet Apprentice.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah, maybe. Violet Minion?
Violet Pupils.
Violet Dude.
Yeah, the Violet dudes.
Violet Bros.
Why is she a Violet? Her dress is that Violet? Looks like blue to me. Whatever.
Man.
I'm just pissed off at so many game elements.
All right, so now he does have excuse me. He has the rogue down to 14 health, but he doesn't really have any way to burst it down right now.
Yep.
And he's starting to sort of see the board go a little bit into the favor of the rogue here. Well, that's nice. Anytime you get 3 cards out of your Acolyte, you feel pretty good in that
Oh, yeah.
situation.
And he can feel okay about going face here,
Mm-hmm.
because no matter how many apprentices or how many Violet dudes he makes next turn,
Yeah.
he's still going to be able to clear off whatever it is.
Yep,
He's
absolutely.
even got double execute to clean up some stray creatures.
Wow, and look at this. Using Blade Flurry for not the greatest effect of all time. Clearing just a single minion. Doing a little bit of damage to the face.
That's it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Picking up Grom off the top, and that's lethal. Kolento
Yeah.
staying alive in the series.
Yeah.
2-2. Now he's got to find a way to beat this rogue one more time.
With Druid.
Yep.
And I mean, that's one of the many ways that Warriors can win in that matchup. They can just play the long game and make sure that they clear the board early on.
Which is, it's definitely an adjustment.
Yeah. And I mean, he also competes in European and NA
Mm-hmm.
online tournaments. So adjusting your sleep schedule to compete with those. I can't remember. I think he lives in the U.S. now, but I'm not sure on that. He made a move a while ago. I'm not sure if he's back
Yeah.
or where he is.
Well, if he wins, hopefully we can find out.
Yeah.
And looks like keeping the deadly poison is Roger, and then mulliganing the entire hand out was Kolento.
Yeah, not the best starting hand here. It's actually decent for Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Sap is a great card because you can deal with an early innervate play.
Yeah.
And even just a tempo play, sending back the first big drop.
Speaking of early innervate, I think we're going to look at this piloted shredder right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to sap this, though, because he's just going to... That'd be your whole turn.
Yeah.
And then he can just coin it out again.
Right.
You're basically negating the innervate, but you're trading innervate for sap, virtually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess you got a deadly poison, and
But if you
tricky.
deadly poison, clear it off.
Well,
if
it comes back for one thing.
Yeah. And you don't do anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, he can sap and just apply the deadly poison in preparation for next turn,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be the play.
Yeah. All right, well, looks like he's just going to coin him right back out there and then deal with him again. All right, well, then it's turn 4, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, yeah, Violet Teacher. Okay, always test. Always test.
Yeah. And this is going to be a big deal what comes out of this. That's actually huge. Because now he can keeper it. He can trade in and keeper. So virtually he traded a charge of the dagger and a Violet Teacher for just a Pilot Shredder and the Battle Cry for Keeper of the Grove. So
Yeah.
I'd say that's a good trade in Kolento's favor. If he got a 2-attack creature from that, that would have been really weird. He could have Wrathed. If he got 1-attack creature, he would have had to Wrath and Hero Power it down.
Mm-hmm.
So this makes it a lot cleaner. And now this is really weird.
Yeah.
Because
What do you do here?
he can SI Agent Eviscerate, but throwing an Eviscerate into a Keeper of the Grove feels like a lot of wasted damage.
Yeah.
And you're also wasting the Battle Cry from the SI Agent.
Yeah. That's the worst feeling when you have to use one of your combo cards just to start the combo for the other.
Yeah.
That's never efficient right there.
Plays right into the Wrath.
Yep.
He's starting to run out of cards. Both of his cards are situational. He can make a big play with Tinker Sharp Sword Oil and Blade Flurry. But there's going to be, Dr. Boom and Ancient Horror sitting in the hand. As long as Kolento gets a play for turn 6, I think he's sitting in a good position. A sprint is what Roger needs. If he gets a sprint in his next 2-3 cards, he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pilot Shredder also pretty good because it's something that he can play on the board, put on some pressure, and buy time to be able to refill his hand.
Sure.
All right.
Gets himself back up to 28 health there, too.
This is a big turn. Eee.
Yeah. All right, wow. So I guess you wild growth anyway. You don't
No reason not
necessarily
to.
save that for turn 10 to get a card or anything.
Yeah.
But that might put... Actually, you might think that would make Roger feel a little more comfortable, but I bet you it doesn't. That's like a dead giveaway that you're either got Dr. Boom or Ancient Allure coming up next.
Yeah. And he's thinking about, he's going to play the Blood Mage here to cycle, which I think is a smart choice because, well, actually, no. No, it's okay. Because he's still going to have it next turn. As long as he gets a card to combo with, he'll be able to deal with an Ancient of Lore.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Boom.
There it is,
Easy.
yeah. Always Dr. Boom. Easy choice.
And we talked about it earlier. Such a tough card for Rogues to be able to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, and look at his hand. It's definitely going to take more than one card. I guess you can with the double, you can Eviscerate and Blood Mage and then cycle another card.
Yeah, that's actually a really great way to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. All right, just needs that sprint, and he's good to go. Against Druids, you can put out so much damage in a single turn.
Yeah.
And if you get a big Blade Flurry, you can basically catch just about everything in it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think it's gonna. Oh, it's an Aries turn. I was thinking Ancient Allure.
It's going to give his bombs +2/+2.
There you go. Of course. Very nice. Oh! Caught him before he hit the ground. That was rough.
It's like an alley-oop.
Wow. So prep. Double Tinkers. Blade Flurry? I don't think so.
He's like 1 damage off from being able to do anything meaningful. He's going to have
Yeah.
to attack once into the scenarios. But it's actually big because Lotheb's going to lock him out from doing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's going to be able to put him down to 17.
Mm-hmm.
He
Well, a
needs,
strong turn there. Now at this point, wow. You are already looking at an absolute minimum next turn of 13 damage.
he's dead, I think.
Yeah, and with the Sharp Sword Oil in hand, he is.
As long as he gets 1 card to combo the oil next turn,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he has to heal. And
Yeah.
he has to attack in. He's basically going to negate the 7 damage. So he's still alive, but barely.
Right.
I don't think there's any cards that can kill him here. Southsea Deckhand. No. And you might, at this point, you just throw everything.
You just go for it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope the Tinker Sword Oil goes into the Lotheb so you can put more pressure on.
Yep.
Actually, no, you kill the Ancient of Lore because of combo.
Okay. Give it to... Oh. All right, so you're hoping it goes to the teacher there instead of the 1/1, aren't you?
Yeah. This is a tough choice. His hand is empty. He has no cards. So he kind of wants to Force of Nature here
Yeah.
to clear the board. He's got stabilization tools with Ancient of Lore. He knows there's not a single card in the deck that's going to kill him
Right.
because there's 4 damage showing. If he has to throw a hero power into the Violet Teacher, he'll be sitting at 9 health.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing can do 5 damage from the hand without a combo.
Right.
And then he can Ancient of Lore next turn and start to come back. He needs to bank on Roger not drawing Sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the best route. And this draw is huge right now for Roger. He needs something that's going to apply an ounce of pressure. That's not it.
No, but he can get to a sprint with that.
Oh!
Oh, it's close, but that's not
Yikes.
it.
He's out of oils.
Yeah, it's right. He is. So he needs 3 more damage. Is he out of eviscerates?
I think he has 1.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. He used the first on the Keeper and the second on the Dr. Boom. No eviscerates either. He's got backstabs left. He's got a Deadly Poison
So,
left.
yeah,
he does have a Blade Flurry left.
He needs a Deadly Poison or a Blade Flurry here. Well, even Blade Flurry, though, at this point.
It would help him clear the board and keep himself alive.
Right.
But Kolento at this point can just Ancient of Lore heal up.
Yeah.
And Roger might run out of damage.
Oh, wow. Going to be a little more aggressive here.
Yeah. So
I
2
like it.
cards.
He's kind of made the correct read then that
What cards?
what card kills me right now,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't think there's any card that can kill him. That's not it.
Nope, that certainly isn't it.
And he can't even clear anything off the board. And Savage Roar next turn would be 6 + 7.
I mean, that's all he needs.
It would be
is,
lethal because he has Azure Drake's Swipe as well.
Right, yeah, I was going to say he needs either maybe second Force of Nature would do it as well.
Yeah, okay. He's going to heal here.
Yeah,
Azure
you might
Drake.
as well go fishing first, too.
Yeah. And make sure he heals.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other cards. There's no cards that can win Roger the game right now.
No, yeah, Kolento
I think
hanging in there.
I think he may have just secured his spot in the finals. Well played
Yeah,
comes out from Roger.
Roger seems to know it as well.
Azure Drake could give him something, but he's out of eviscerates.
Yeah.
What can he even draw? Deadly Poison is not going to do it.
No, no, it's not.
I mean, he can hope
Not
for a Doomsayer.
quite.
That's a miracle.
Doomsayer?
That's
Natty P!
Oh, man. Colento's like, yep, well played.
Got this. And he might as well just show him, hey, by the way, look at what I've had for the last couple turns.
Wow, and Kolento
Rough life.
has done it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And Kolento. Kolento winning Season 2 and clearing his board. Just a moderate little level of bad manner there from Kolento.
Yeah.
The Week 2 champion. And I think a player that we would have probably